Hey everybody, it's Mike Eilbrock from MJE Diagnostics. Thought I'd take everybody along for a little mobile call of mine. I'm working on a 2006 Dodge Ram with a 48RE automatic transmission, and I'm here again at the transmission shop that I've been working at. And the symptom that I have now with this vehicle is that intermittently the overdrive control, well, not the overdrive control, let me rephrase that, the overdrive in the transmission works intermittently. So what I'm going to do is I first hooked up the scan tool to look at codes. I got the Autel here, and I have codes listed in the mechanical instrument cluster and the radio. I'm not worried about those right now because they're not associated with the symptom that I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack the symptom, and I'm going to hook up my scope. I've already got it hooked up. I got the e-scope hooked up to the vehicle. And I've got one wire on the overdrive control circuit at the computer. Then I have an amp clamp on the same wire so I can monitor the current going through that overdrive solenoid. And then I've also put a pressure transducer in the overdrive test port of the transmission. So I just need to get out for a sec here, and then I'll show you my setup. So bear with me, I got wires all over the place here. And we get a flashlight. Okay. So I've got my connections right here. I got it wire pierced in an amp clamp. When I'm done testing, I will seal the wire. So I've got those two hooked up there. Then I've got my ground hooked up right here to the negative battery post. And what I ended up doing was I took a little sheet metal screw and screwed it in the stud. That way I know that I'm getting a good ground connection. Actually, I learned that from Bernie Thompson. That's actually a pretty cool tip, so thanks, Bernie. But it works pretty good. So I've got that hooked up at negative, and then underneath here, I'll show you my hookup for the transducer. This will be fun. So right here, put a 300 psi transducer in the overdrive test port. So then I can look at the pressure of the overdrive circuit as it's being commanded on. That way I can tell if something is sticking or not. Or I can also tell by the electrical if it's staying commanded on all the time or if the command is being taken away. So if you think about this, if it's being commanded, the solenoid, and it's staying on at the time that the fault is occurring, and then I look at my transducer and I don't see a whole lot of pressure drop, then we know without a shadow of a doubt that the problem is inside this transmission, and then the transmission shop tech needs to pull this transmission and take a look at it. So this is my goal, to find out if the problem is in the transmission. So we're going to go take this for a test drive, see what we get, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to pause this and then get the truck out of here, and then I'll start the video back up.